I have been uptown this morning to judge a gumbo cooking contest and bread pudding cook-off. The local hospital up here, Union General, asked me. They honored me to come be a judge at that, and I was tickled. They're earning money for United Way, so I said, yes, I will be there. So that's what I got all dressed up for this morning and went into town. And let's see, what else did I do? Oh, yeah, I'm the treasurer for Woodman Life Insurance, and so they also wanted us to donate money to our local, one of our many local nursing homes, Arbor Lake. And of course, a friend of mine, Miss Brenda, she was in there. And so I got her to meet me outside, and we took a picture of us donating some money to Arbor Lake for them to buy COVID things, hand sanitizer, mask, all those things for visitors to come in and see their loved ones. So we were glad to do that too. So I've been running all around town today. Normally, when I come in and gonna cook something for y'all, I just strip all this down, take all my jewelry off, put on a t-shirt and jeans, and come in here with my hair in a ponytail. Y'all know how I do. So I'm always Miss Plain Jane. So I thought, you know what, today I'm just gonna stay dressed up for y'all, and I'm gonna make bread pudding myself. I thought that was so odd that I was judging a bread pudding contest today. And I asked my daughter-in-law, Katie, they're coming home from the hospital today with little Ashley. And so, yes, I'm going to go be holding that little baby girl. I'm going to have my mask on, though. Yes, I am. And my son made us get flu shots. And he's had all sorts of stipulations before I can come around that baby. But he's just doing that because he loves his little girl. And so I'm glad to accommodate. It doesn't hurt a thing at all to be safe, does it? But anyway, when I asked Katie, I said, Katie, you just had my granddaughter. I want to cook you something special. My mama offered that when I had my babies. What do you want? And I always told her chicken and dumplings and banana pudding is what I wanted. Well, Katie told me she wanted some deer chili. I said, okay, I can do that. And then she said, and I want some bread pudding. And I said, well, I can do that too. So I just thought how strange and odd it was. I was judging that today, and then I've got to come home and make Katie some bread pudding. So we're going to get that in the oven before I do my deer chili. I just made y'all fastest chili in the South, and I'm going to do it similar to that. I'm probably going to get a little more homemade for her, but I'm not sure that I'm going to do a video on that, but we are going to do this bread pudding. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show y'all. For judging at that contest today, it was a lot of fun, and I sure wanted to be there to help raise money for United Way. I sure did. Look, they gave me an apron. Was not the best little present they could have given me? I know. I was tickled. Just tickled to death. Yes, I was. I think they go over my hat right now, so I'm going to put it over here. We're just going to be real careful. We're going to be real careful and not try to get this all messed up. Let me rinse my hands off so it's I've been handling something. I had to soak them up real quick like. Yes, I did. Okay, guys. This is a fairly simple, I like to knock y'all over throwing my towel, didn't I? I know. This is fairly simple to do, bread pudding. And bread pudding is another thing that you could ask 10 people to make it, and you're going to get 10 different bread puddings, okay? So it's just what you like and how you like to do it, okay? This is just one I do, and I've made many different ones, okay? This one is not going to have alcohol in it. I'm not going to do an alcohol rum sauce or bourbon sauce, mainly because I don't have any here. I don't know, I might could find a little rum I could put in that sauce for Katie. She did just have a baby. She might deserve that, huh? But anyway, right now, let's get that pudding in the oven. Got my oven heating on 350 degrees, okay? And I got my little mixing bowl. This is a Pampered Chef. I got in for that party as a hostess, and I love it. I already have one like that, too. I've had for 20 years. First things first is I've got this loaf of raisin bread, and what's great about this is another one of those one-stop shops that I love to talk about, because I'm going to show you the kind I got. It's a cinnamon swirl raisin bread. So it's bread, That's one ingredient we need. It's already got raisins in it. That's the second ingredient. And it's got cinnamon in it. That's the third ingredient that we don't have to do anything but once. So isn't that great? I know, I love it. And before I headed off this morning, I took him out of his wrapper and I've let this loaf sit here on this cutting board and it's gotten dry. And what that does is allow that custard to absorb in here if it's dry. So, and if you don't want to do that, you can put it in the oven for just a little bit. However, you need to kind of get your bread dried out and a little bit, kind of like it's stale, okay? And I'm going to cut it into about 1-inch cubes on here, and we're going to put it into a casserole dish that I have already greased. You can butter it if you want to. I just sprayed mine with non-stick cooking spray right here, and it's a 9 by 13. That's another thing. If you like a thick bread pudding, you can put it into a smaller dish that's deeper. It's your preference, however you like to do it. I'm doing this for Katie, and I'm going to take it to her. And she told me she didn't like a bread pudding to be real dry. And I thought, well, of course you want a sauce over it. And, of course, that's bread pudding. It's got a sauce to put over it. But I'm going to make the sauce, and I'm going to leave it on the side and put it in a mason jar. And then what she can do is heat it up and pour it over her pieces as she eats on it, and it'll be warm again for her, and then it won't make the whole thing soggy on her. Just what I thought. Since it's just going to be her eating it, I don't think John Tyler's going to eat any of this. I don't know, he might taste a little. But yeah, I wanted to give her something special because she's worked her little self down, hadn't she? It's not easy stuff producing another living being from us, is it? It truly is a little miracle. Certainly is a miracle. Okay, guys. I see a few little raisins fell out of my loaf of bread. We're going to put those in there too. And y'all see I'm just kind of tossing this about. Like I said, about 1-inch cubes or so. You don't have to be all particular about it. Making sure they're separated. Some of them kind of stay together. Get yourself separated. Fluffing them about like that. Now I just put them down here. Y'all see that? Just like that. It already smells good with the cinnamon and the raisins. Alright. Next, we are going to take 1 can of evaporated milk, whatever that is. 12-ounce can. I'll pour that in my little mixing bowl. And then 1 tablespoon of orange zest. I love to add citrus to stuff. I add orange zest and orange juice to my French toast that I make. And it's not like you really taste citrus, but it kind of enhances all the other flavors and wakes them up. So that's what I like to do. So I did this before I got on here. I got 1 tablespoon orange zest. We're going to get that into our bowl. And I also juiced half of that orange, and I saved the other half for me. I'm gonna have me a little snack while this is baking. So I'm putting half of the juice of that orange. I'm gonna do a little pinch of salt, okay? And let's see what else we're gonna put. We're going to put 3 eggs, 3 whole eggs, and then 3 egg yolks, okay? And if you don't have that many eggs, y'all know I have chicken, so I have lots and lots of eggs. You can just put 3 eggs, be great. But because I have so many, I added 3 little egg yolks to make it good, a little more rich, you know. So whichever, you can do 3 eggs and be just fine, or 3 eggs plus 3 egg yolks. Either way. And then we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of white sugar. Put on in there. And then I've got a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and I use dark brown sugar. And if you don't like brown sugar, you can just stick to a 1/2 cup of white sugar, okay? But I love brown sugar. And brown sugar, all it is white sugar with molasses in it, okay? And molasses has a little bit of a smoky flavor, like you can taste the fire in the process, and I love molasses. And if you love it, you're going to want to use brown sugar too. Then I'm just whisking this all together. This is our little custard base here. I believe that's good. to switch these around. I want to show y'all this little spatula that someone gave me. Isn't it the cutest little thing? It's got little chicken feet prints on there. I love it. Love it. It's got a wooden handle. I really, really like it. Don't know where it came from or what brand it is, but I love it. Okay, guys, onto all this bread, I'm just going to pour my custard. Y'all will see what I'm talking about. This is going to be like a little religion itself too, because we're going to get all kinds of recipes on this post. But I love it. I love to see how y'all talk, and y'all will ask a question and one of y'all will come on and answer it before I've even had time to get on there. And I love it. And y'all will exchange other recipes and your little tips and what you do extra. And I love each and every one of them. I just get so tickled. I wish y'all could see me reading y'all's comments. Some of them I'm just laughing out loud. I'm loving it. Just LOL-ing. Yes, I am laughing out loud. Okay, y'all. And I'm kind of just sort of squishing them down in there. Nothing terrible. They absorbed really, really well because they were dry. So you see they absorbed a lot of that juice right off, and I love that. I just want to make sure these on the top get some of that good custard juice in it. So I'm going to kind of push on them a little bit more. Let's do it one more time. The thing about it is, though, I love the pieces that are sticking up and kind of get toasty and chewy. So then I come back and I kind of fluff it back up again. I know. I think entirely too much about how to make something, don't I? I know it. Some of y'all do that too, because y'all are all saying real particular things you do, and I love that. Yes, I do. That makes me laugh too. Okay, now I've got some pieces sticking back up that'll get good and toasty for us. And I've got 3 tablespoons of brown sugar to sprinkle on top. If you don't like brown sugar, like I said, you can sprinkle white sugar on top, okay? Whatever kind you want to do on the top. But y'all know I like the brown. And it's just 3 tablespoons. And this is going to give it a nice crusty top. I love it, love it, love it. That's a good bit. 3 tablespoons is a good bit on here, isn't it? Yummy! All right, guys, I'm going to show y'all what this looks like before we cover it. Get it up here for y'all. Doesn't it already look good? I know. I know it already does. Okay, y'all. I've got this. Remember, not shiny side up, but the dull side or shiny side down, okay? Go in your oven. My mama always told me that. She said the shiny side would reflect the heat. Well, we don't want to reflect the heat, do we? I think that was her little way of simply explaining it to me. But it cooks more even and better if you don't have that shiny side showing. All right, y'all, into the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes, okay? And then I'm going to take the top off and I'm going to let it go about 5-7 more minutes just to really crisp up the top and toast it good, all right? And then I'll be back. We're going to make that sauce, though, while it's in the oven, so I'll be right back. Okay, it's sauce time, y'all. I've moved y'all over here to my stove. I'm going to put y'all down on my stove, okay? And we're going to make this sauce together. First thing we're going to need is 1/2 cup of butter. And I already melted mine, 1/2 cup of butter. There we are, and y'all know I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. We are going to have to get the rest of that butter out of there. I know. No waste, right? And we're going to do a pinch of salt, okay? There we go. And 1/2 cup of white sugar. Then 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Alrighty, I'm going to need my spatula back because that whipping cream likes to try to hang on. Yes, it does. It's good. Alright, y'all. turn on my fire on medium, not high and not low, just about medium, okay? We're going to mix all this together. Get that on down there so y'all can see it. And I've got it in this non-stick saucepan, so I've got a wooden spoon out, but I get wooden spoons out a lot. I love them. I love them. They feel old-timey, don't they? Put my salt over there. The only thing that's going to be left after this, what I'm going to do with this, let me pull this up top, y'all. So y'all aren't just staring into the pan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this on medium for about 5 to 8 minutes, and it's going to kind of come to a rolling boil, and of course I'll come back on here and show y'all what that is, and it'll thicken a bit. And this is going to be our sauce. And what I thought I would do, since it's just going to be Katie eating this sauce, I thought I would, instead of pour it over the top and get my bread pudding soggy for her, I'm going to put it in a mason jar separate. She can heat her a little bit up in the microwave or whatever and get her little portion of bread pudding and pour it over the top, and it be nice and warm again and comfort her. So that's my plan anyway, is to do it that way. But like I say, 5 to 8 minutes on medium, and occasionally stir it, and it's just going to melt, and it's going to kind of come to a boil. Then we're going to turn it off from the heat, and we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Yes, 1 whole tablespoon of vanilla. That's going to be good, isn't it? And I might go dig around and see if I can find her some, let me go look and see if I might have some spiced rum or something. I'll put a tablespoon of that in there as well. That'll be a nice little flavor for her, won't it? Sure will. Something I wanted to show y'all while we're waiting on this to come to a boil is, y'all know that I wanted a canning kitchen after I was dating John and his grandmother, who had already passed away. But on this property that we live on this farm, she had a canning kitchen. And I just thought that was fantastic. It's like a second little kitchen for you to do some of your big cooks for holidays, do all your canning and your shelling and your putting up of peas and all of that gardening, and I do all that. So I was like, man, one day I got to have one of these, and this is my first year to have it. It's been 26, 27 years since I first saw her canning kitchen, but I got me one. Yes, I did. But anyway, right beside her canning kitchen, let me get y'all down here and show y'all what it's starting to do. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I call myself having it on medium, but it's really getting to going, isn't it? It's almost like making a bit of a caramel, isn't it? And what is bad about that? Nothing at all, is it? But anyway, in this canning kitchen, right beside her canning kitchen is what I call like a bottle house or her jar house. She had all her unused jars or recycled jars. It was 2-story, okay? I mean, this was a full working farm out here. It really was. And in it, she had old bleach bottles, those big brown bleach bottles. I saved like 1 or 2 of each of them before it got demolished, and I'll get those out one day, and of course I'm going to show y'all. I'd like to put them in the canning kitchen. This stuff's really, it's going. I can't even finish my story. Let me get y'all down here. Y'all see it? I'm going to have to turn it on down a bit. It's really rolling. I've turned him down on kind of like medium low. It's loving that. Like that. And we're going to let it go, like I say, 5 to 8 minutes. And it's been going, what, 2 or 3. So we're going to let it go a little further. But anyway, I'm going to finish this story. In that little bottle house, it had jarred peaches and pickles and tomatoes. I mean, she jarred anything and everything, and it had them all in there, just hundreds upon hundreds of them. Some of them she had canned, and of course no one had ever ended up eating it. And I thought, oh, she wasted all that time, but I know that many years people did eat it. So anyway, I tried to save several of those jars. I thought they were neat, but this one that I found just stuck out to me, and I just had to fit over. And it's not for canning or anything. It was just a beverage jar, and look at it. It's like gone. It's gone with the wind. It says Southern Made, and this is me. I'm gonna pick y'all's brain for a little bit. I want y'all to tell me, have you ever seen one of these? And if you have, would you tell me what kind of beverage was in it? I'm thinking maybe like a lemonade, or, you know, I don't know. I don't know what would have been in it. It just says Southern Made, and it's got Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind movie. And I'll tell y'all what else it says on here. I just, like I say, I had a fit over it. And you see how it has texture up here on the glass. And it is heavy. I mean, heavy, really thickly made. It also looks like, I don't know if these are other little pictures of Southern Maids. I can't tell if maybe they were some of the characters from Gone with the Wind or not. I cannot tell. But I want to show y'all those too, because I just think this little bottle is fabulous. I just love it. But anyway, and it's red, white, and blue too. I mean, it's just, I just had a fit over it. It says back here on the back, it says the South's finest beverages, bottled by Southern Bottle Company, Incorporated in Shreveport and Ruston, Louisiana, which is just right down the road from us. So, y'all see that? So I just thought that this was fantastic. And so I've had it in my kitchen window for years now, and I'm going to go put it out in my canning kitchen. And what I want to do with all those other old bottles, you know, like the bleach bottles and stuff with the corks in them and such, I want to actually, I'm going to get John to build me some shelves around the top of my canning kitchen, out of the way, but where you can see them. And display some of those, because they're just neat. You know, you don't get things like that anymore. Glass isn't used near like it used to be. And I love them. I've even got some old snuff bottles of John's great grandmother on his daddy's side. They're little brown colored snuff jars or bottles. I've got all kinds of old. I love old bottles. I don't know. I love anything old. Yes, I do. Okay, y'all. This is looking good. I'm going to get y'all back down here. Anyway, I just want to pick y'all's brain, and y'all tell me if y'all seen it, if you know anything about it. Because, I mean, that's the only one I saw, and I've never seen that before. And anybody I show, never seen it before. So, y'all let me know if y'all know something. Alright, guys, look at that. Made a beautiful little loaf. Caramel sauce. I have turned the heat off, okay? Isn't that beautiful? Ooh, it's gorgeous. Yes, it is. I'm just kind of cooling it down a bit and stirring it around. That's beautiful. You see how it thickened a bit? Y'all see that? It's going to be nice, and she can just heat it back up over and over to go on her bread pudding. I've got a tablespoon of vanilla. It's probably enough alcohol in itself, isn't it? Vanilla's, you know, made out of alcohol, soaking those vanilla beans in there. So that's a good little dash of alcohol in it. There we go. Like I say, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna look in my pantry and see if I might have a little rum, but I don't know that I do. But let me go look. I did find some, y'all. Some spiced rum. I love the flavor of that during the holidays when you're cooking with it. It's good. So I'm going to put, I don't know, y'all, a good tablespoon of that spiced rum in there, too. Stir that around. Give it a little bit of a kick, and it gives it a real nice flavor. I think, traditionally, bread pudding usually has whiskey, like bourbon in it, but I don't have any of that. I am fresh out of that. So anyway, rum's not gonna hurt anything. That's still, and people make rum raisin bread pudding all the time too. So that's the one we're gonna do. Let me get a spoon and we're gonna taste this. We're gonna taste it. Okay, guys. Let's see what this tastes like. It smells like caramel heaven right here. I bet it tastes good. It just smells like caramel. Uh-huh. Oh, that's so good. Gracious, it's good. That's going to be wonderful over that bread pudding. Oh my goodness, that's going to be so good. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to clean up this mess because I got to get started on her deer chili. Yes, I do. And I'll come back on here when that comes out of the oven. And I'm going to pour the sauce up in a mason jar. And I'll see y'all back in a little bit. One thing I was going to tell y'all I make around the holidays. I make some candies, some truffles with rum in it. Very good. What else do I do? Oh, a rum raisin. No, just a rum pound cake. Butter rum pound cake. It is delicious with this in it. And you pour it over it and it soaks it up. And during the summer, I make bananas Foster with it to go over ice cream. And it's so very good. But one thing I make for it, and maybe I'll do that this holiday season with y'all, is bananas Foster bread. Y'all heard me right. Yes, it's bananas Foster, but it's in a bread, like banana bread. And you make a rum sauce and you pour all over it. And oh my goodness. That's all I had to say about that. Y'all just going to have to try it with me. I'll have to be sure and do that. Especially since I've told y'all, y'all won't let me forget. And y'all be like, Amy, when you going to make that bananas Foster bread? So that's why I told y'all. Hey y'all. It's been 40 minutes. I'm going to come show y'all what it looks like. And then I'm going to close my oven. It's been 40 minutes on 350, so I wanted to show y'all what it looked like. And I'm going to take the top off of it, or the cover, and put it back in there for a few minutes. Probably about 7-10 minutes, okay? And doesn't it look good? You see how it's poofed up? I don't know if y'all can still hear it sizzling or not. It smells wonderful. I actually, with it being so hot, I actually can smell a little bit of that orange zest. It smells really good. I'm going to put this back in the oven, like I say, with the top off, and let it get toasty on top. And I'll be back. Hey guys, I've got so busy working on this deer chili, I was like, I'm forgetting to show y'all. I got it out of the oven. Here it is, and see how it just toasted the top pieces up a bit. Made them good. And I put her sauce in a jar, and she can pour that over there however much she wants as she wants it. So I'm gonna get this packed up, and this deer chili packed up. They have left the hospital. They're getting prescriptions filled. And so I'm getting excited. I'm actually going to get my hands on that little granddaughter.